أجل مشغول الأجل فيه أنا بعرف سفر جوبا ناس كل قاعد هناك كتير بيقول دي جوبا كوما السودان ناينا في يو اس اي ولا كندا ناينا كمان كودي مساعدة لكم asalkan tain wajere zaman ta jere zaman tam sakul ta Sudan nas kul jere fi Uganda jere fi Kenya jere fi aim hal okay o mininak nas tanin ligo akuto fi belidak okay fi akuinak o fi munuinak okay jamada al kan zaman wa zaman ta is maybe they may say it here, the First World War, the Second World War, mon guide kulina. O kanita ino itabe go de marita Uganda, Mali Sudan. Okay, fina kita go kaman kanita aino kabila tanas lotugo didinga o itabe aino militukana kaman de Canada of Sunday zaman to will fi Sudan nas main di kumas nas ma bag di kumas asan fi muskila gejay so ita ba fi sunu nas ma bag di kumas fi sunu kan al karabina fi jo belet so let der kan sunu der weakness min nas kul al guide fi Sudan o min dak nas kul jere bara mon ma guide na mon ma der beletom so kan umon ma deru belitomon umon deru al umon bigul al jamaat al kukutu Juba koma Sudan de ma deru aku tomon kideri jafi fi belet o tane al guide o sil mal tomon de kul bara sil Juba bara de amon ma musakla ta shino de top junas kul bara de deru sino deru aja de politics ma jamata kul algi kudu Juba koma Sudan tebe mon deru momon kul politics asan aja to mon kul be karabu salakonda kuto rwa fi USA rwa fi Canada rwa fi USA wait asan aja dal suya mon ligo fi ida de kul be modu kul bar you know asan future sarkun mon region ak mon ma be ligo ajatan so de ajal sa kanita ino fi mal kulu salakon taro fi Uganda ana fi Uganda ana mini Uganda ana ya oro fi Kenya lakin de mana fi Kenya nak de nasal al kan jer aw mini Kenya umro 1995 mini Uganda lakin ma umaro mini Sudan dan de jami Ethiopia okay o zaman umon girwa fi Ethiopia de finas umon gonas fina Ethiopia kama dai no so ajal hagik so zolal al deru kanda ajat kulu inak de kede guide umon derde asan umon garu umon superpowers umon indigua umon bagdere duwa jade masila asan da bele de begin two ways like Sudan dema Sudan lakin lenay na kulu al fi paradel kul na bearof ita kon gamul musakil ta shunu ta kon amul disaster they will just show you people on the other just now video we show you guys what is there and then what is required, you know, because it's too visual, too confusing for the people who are really the real Sudan is there. But in regards, we talk very much of this one of the Juba Sudan, Juba, Sudan, and the issues down there. And then if you look particularly to my communities, the small communities where I was born and raised up, okay, and then you may find, yeah, we are, of course, we have connections. Their family is so extended. You may found, yeah, as the president of Kenya just said, and then you may found we have also what they call monogamy and polygamous areas. Of course, children from one child to another areas, they migrate and then they get married, and then from there the family multiply and then married each other, and then came back to Sudan and married, and then from there, you know, we have wars in Sudan. Leave the war of different, which they are calling First World War, Second World War, Third World War, which one? I really don't know inside Sudan. But if you look at the 1989 war, this is a different. Leave that one. There is another one. Leave that one. There is another one. Leave that one. So could be many years when Africa was one, united, as we said, as they said, and as we said. And then you know, with these orders, of course, you may find Mali Uganda, Mali Sudan, Kuku Uganda, and then Baria Uganda, you name it. Even nowadays, if you want to go there, you will find, of course, the Dingas Uganda, of course, Dinga Kenya, Dinga Ethiopia, Mali Ethiopia, you know. But on occasions, how do these people unite themselves? Who call them there? Yeah, of course, that is as it has been mentioned, and then yeah, they are related, families related, could be the cousins, could be the brothers, and then yeah, that's how people migrate alongside. So if you look there, particularly beside of this one, Uganda, you know, particularly there is a lack of transportations. My family did not make it very, very far away because the Mali families, they did not make it very far away. That's why what they know is this one, the border was developed. And then this one fall apart. When the African was called this one Nilotics. If Africa was called this one Mau Mau. If Africa was called, you name it, you know. So that is based on different migrations, small migrations with the animals, small migrations with the luggages, you know, which has limitations on heavy migrations. So they cannot walk 1,000 kilometers. What they know is covering only less than 47 kilometers or 60 kilometers on foot, you know. So barely and barely. Consequently, that is how they bear themselves. And then if you look at them, yeah, they speak different kind of language. If in Sudan, I may say that is 500 language they're speaking. If it's written today, you are comparing at 107 languages down there, which are spoken in Kenya by Sudanese in Kenya, who settle around side of Kakuma, and then who settle alongside of Jumane and areas. If there is more to do, the areas where the other side of the major Bari normally migrate from. You know, so the major barriers are the Kakuas, the Kukus, where they follow alongside to come to Guru areas, you know, and then settle. But on the side of this one of the Malis are this one, the numerous, you know, the numerous. If you talk of deeper, that is Upari or which one, that is based on those criteria, but that is to do things fall apart, and then of course they migrated, and then they settled. Most of them, if you look at tradition, particularly the Malis, we have different kind of language there. Inside the same interlanguage they have there, and then different meaning, different translations, different talents which has been developed inside there, and then which they are using, the children they are using. So myself, I may say it Owira, and then the other may say it Ajanyira, okay, Uyanira. So there is a difference. That is overview. But we are all brothers. We are all the same families, and then I can understand it. This is they mean what I mean, and then they mean what I mean. But there is a differentiation. So that is why, particularly, that is how the president of Kenya also totally went and mentioned that they are brothers to Uganda, brothers to Tanzania, brothers to Sudan, brother to Ethiopia, brother to you name it, Somalia, because that is the border, bordering, and then that is the border uniting the brotherhoods. So that is based on the areas of the borders. If we meet the borders was developed. I'm not the owner of the borders, but I work the borders, and then they work the borders. Who else doesn't work the borders? Every individuals work the borders. Whatever you go to America work border with Canada. They will say it, border closed, border open, border closed, border open. Your truck may go, your truck may not go. You may go, you may not go. So that is overview is all borders based. But how, if it comes to the understanding, those guys they are saying, yeah, this is the water, we are walking the areas. This is the areas we are walking on fields, the dingers. They are saying they covered edition 57,000 kilometers. That's why on the other videos we ordered, if there's regards, of course you can move away from Juba 57,000 kilometers. If cannot move, the one who has been there is their brother, and then could be they have a home. They know is Juba as their hometowns. I'm not. If I'm born in Juba and then taken to the deeper in the forest group, and then I cannot recognize even Juba, and then I end up in a Germany by war. Do that make a sense for every individual? If that make a sense, and then what I know is the border. Of course, from a Germany I can cross the border. Whatever on my hand-raised vehicles, or hand-raised motorcycles, or this one, the border bicycles. Yeah, we do cross the borders because I cannot even afford the bicycle price. Someone bought it and then I have to go and use it. On overview, but that is regards this one, understanding between the linguist and then the communities. We are all raised at. That is how they call normally sharings, and then they normally called what they called you borrow in good condition, you return in good conditions. But the guy borrowed this border and then don't want to give it in good conditions, want to give it in a way that they will make it worse. That's why myself, I'm protecting yourself, you're protecting, every individual is protecting because of that regards. So on overview, that is just a scratch of understanding to people if they cannot, and then that is a way, of course. And alternatively, we have to know is this one, if we are made to be the border. That is not us, the grandparents to grandparents to grandparents. If my grandparents they are died, they are dead. And then yeah, of course, that is regards. They make it, they did not make it. Who make it? Yeah, from them we have the memo. From our memo, they have the memo. They have the memo. They have the memo. That is the memo, which is memorizing that we are this portion or this part of the countries. Of course, if we regards, we comma you there. That is, you are not a countries. If we give you this one, your men. If you look at your manhood, that's your own manhood. Their own womanhood. So understandingly, that is the regards of the what I'm not too sure. The guy who cut this area, if is really Juba born, or is born in Malakal, or is born in the Wow. I don't know, because I never travel maybe to Wow. If I travel, could be the dead one who have traveled there, but I'm the rise one. I don't know. On the regard of the overview on those areas which we monitors, because my monitoring could be very less understanding. That's why for me, I don't care. whatever Juba, I cannot for you there very much. I know he's somewhere there in the border because I'm well settled. I'm well welcomed to Kenya, well welcome to Uganda. I can stay for 51,000 years in Uganda and Kenya. I can still relax there and then do even my teaching to the end of it. That's why if you look there, we change our idea from Juba, to Kenya and Uganda. We have 51,000 years experience already down there with that orders which we are running. That's why we use Lukchokio. From Lukchokio, we'll go to Ajumani. Ajumani will come here again. I will use Ajumani. I will use wherever I reside. That is coordinatively understanding to resolve peacefully, and then to say that peaceful orders. If this is also the video is also borrowed video, yeah, we borrow in good conditions, and then yeah, we use it, and then we give it back to the people in good conditions. On overview, that is just adding, because we have extended the orders, and then and then I was requested to enhance that people should understand, because also we have problems speaking the Arabic properly, because we have the border issues there, and then this is regards the Juba issues down there, because if that Juba is not our own Juba, because Juba, Sudan is our regards, and the resolutions to hold that areas that we cut away by coup, most recently with the Khartoum. You know, that is a coup. And then I was here working till I wake up Khartoum, and then that's why the whole order was taken into consideration, because if I have a families other side of Uganda, and then they call us to go and settle and then live better there. But our eyes as children, we were taught by our parents. So let's not be careless. And then now, of course, defend whatever we have. A few arms. Those arms were wicked, and then they were made to cross the river Nile on their feet. Even no boats, no nothing there, no bridge. They have to cross the river Nile on their feet to go to Uganda. You know. To go to Uganda, sometimes you have to cross the river Nile how many times? 4 times. If you use this one, this is the highways, and then they may end you up, you know. So people migrate from mountain to mountain to mountain to mountains. There's several mountains. So overview, that is the regards, you know. So if you look down there, you will cross the river Nile 4 times, or 3 times. There is one here, and then one there, you know. That is a three river Niles. So if you use in-holy, you will go with the 4 river Niles. So sometimes it's too difficult, because there is an island down there. Those islands you have to cross it again. You know, small island called Ara. So that is on overview and regret. So whatever we name Ara, and then we're gonna name Ara, Sudan. So for that reasons, because that is typically now deep at the border of Uganda and Sudan, because that is Uganda and Sudan. And then these metro areas, that is Moyo districts, I think, is locally, if you look there, you will be right there in lower, like right there in metro. And then that is our view is too dangerous. So if we leave it down there, we cannot survive. That's why we are somewhere for that purposes, and then for that purposes, and then if we look at it. I also have a cousin who is their priest, of course, in Lukchokio, where I just write myself, and then he is at home with a duty office, and then that's where they sleep, they eat, they go to church, and then they pray to people, they go back there. You know, that is overview. He's in Kenya, and then that's why I have to protect him and check on him how he's doing down there, because his faculty is also Juba, Sudan. And then like me myself, if I have a cousin in Egypt, and then also he's calling Ngani, and then if whatever he's done there, and then his faculty is also Numile, Sudan, and then which is Juba, Sudan. Then that is overview of faculties, So on regards, that is the overview. So to support them, also to recognize them that they are doing fine over the border of Sudan to Egypt. That is Sudan, Egypt up there, but is the safer side. And then here, where the other cousin of mine is reside, where I just left him over Lokchokyo, and the Kakuma is beside to the Juba, Sudan. So that's one overview. And then there, of course, food is essentials, and then the road must be safe. People must go always. That's why the highways is also our duties and responsibilities, accountabilities, to ensure, that is the overview, because, merely, who else will come and support if now today is me here in Canada, and then tomorrow me there in Africa, and then tomorrow you there in Canada, and then your doom will be the same doom I was doing here, and then my doom there should be the same doings you were doing in Sudan, of an overview and human regards. Otherwise, that is just that much there, and then dilemmaously, if anything's too difficult down there, because that is the regards. If Kenya is safer, and then is in peaceful manner, and then on regards, so safety is a safety. Then we know that's why, because if the order of that border Sudan, and then of course we don't mind very much, but what we mind is if the future can give it back to us Sudan, then that is our hopes. Otherwise we are safer in Kenya, and then that's where we live.